Welcome, Racket NX fans. I'm Bendewald, your MC for the 2020 Racket NX League Season Finals, put on by the League of International VR Esport. With me today is Boozy from British Columbia and Unmarked, one of our final competitors and league leader from St. Louis, Missouri. We're about to watch the first game in the winner's circle between Unmarked and Bostich, who lives in Sweden. The first player to win the best of 5 matches wins the game. The loser goes on to play the top in the losers tier for one more great game set. All right, gentlemen, are we ready? Cozy? Let's keep it PG, okay?
I'm ready.
And let the games begin.
All right.
All right.
Boozy, you and I have played quite a bit, and we've played against Unmarked, who's undoubtedly one of the most accurate players on the platform, along with, of course, Bostich.
I think he's number one right now. As far as I've been playing, he's been number one. Every so often Bostich manages to go back with him, but I think he's pretty much the dominant player.
Nice move.
I will say, though, ball handling from Bostich, and I know you love it when I say ball handling.
Well, he's a professional.
But
he's professional.
It's, he definitely, I mean, he's mesmerizing. He's mesmerizing with it.
Yeah. I mean, he's the one that, created or started all of the crazy ball handling techniques that a bunch of people do now, Boozy included. So, yeah, he's quite impressive.
Unmarked, he's been working on it. He's getting there, but so he's got a long way to go.
All right, so we got Unmarked in the blue paddle and Bostich in red. It's been pretty even going back and forth here. Just on either side of 500.
Very even first wave, yeah.
I always say that Unmarked gets the unfair advantage. He's got some deal with Hamza on getting the power-ups. I feel like anytime I play him, he gets like 95% of the power-ups in his favor. Do you have the same experience, Boozy?
Well, I honestly, I think it's a total of 5 knee hugs a week, I think, is what he pays for that special deal.
Knee hugs?
Knee hugs, yes.
Is that a Canadian expression? I'm not really sure what that is.
Fucking knee hug. Oh, I hate that. Did you see how the ball just went right through that? I can't. Who was hitting that one?
That was my shot. That was my shot. It went right through it. And you can see my racket. I'm a little annoyed afterwards because, yeah, that was a tough one to take.
There we go. Okay, we cleared the screen. Here we cleared the screen. Advantage. Bostich.
Okay.
A nice additive to the game. I wish they counted what your stats were for hitting power-ups. Or what your stats are.
And that's a good point. That's not in there.
I just want to point out, based on what Bendewald was saying earlier, that Bostich has now gotten 3 jackpot power-ups in the first. What is this? 5 waves of this thing. It was an incredible start for luck on him. It was really good.
By the way, Unmarked never says luck when I'm playing him. He's always like he just has that very friendly laugh. He's one of the friendliest players you'll ever lose to, by the way, if you have the pleasure of playing him. And again, we're still within 100 points in this first game here.
It's still pretty even.
I said game, and I meant to say, what are we calling the first one?
Set. It's a set.
Sorry, it's a set. We're in the first set. Up.
The nuke.
When you see the nuke can destroy a game or it can win the game in one moment. And here's where, there you go. Who's that?
If Bostich hit that, but if you'll notice, he only got like 30 points from it because there were so many red downers behind it, so he didn't get a ton of points from it.
And I know, I know, Boozy, you're an expert at this too. When we say ball handling, it's that ability to take the ball and actually float it in midair and what feels like magic, keep it there for as long as you want. And if you're waiting for that nuke to be in the right place, that's a real advantage.
Yeah, he's really good at that.
You just suspend the ball and wait for that.
Okay, this is the actual last round, and
Wait,
so
yeah,
Mark,
the West Bay.
shot onto the power up, you know, and then he's gonna have 300 points right there. I mean, you're still just
there we go. It's back.
It's still like you
Back
got
to 100 points.
Yeah. Oh, they took it back. So he's gonna get maybe what 200 for this if he cleared bull. If he didn't, yeah, you know, there's
on Mark's advantage.
I don't even think there's enough points on the board now.
And
no, it's over.
there you go.
There's not enough points.
Unmarked just crushed this last one. It was in the last, on the last screen in the last couple hits. Oh, that was a great move. I don't think I've seen anybody do that.
And he's still taking the lead on it. I mean, he might actually just finish the match. No, it's over.
KO. There's a KO coming.
10 points left, but
you still got
that was still nice. That was a nice last shot by
he prevented the KO there at least.
He survived to the end. Yeah, I know exactly. But I'll tell you something. I don't feel like it's, you know what I mean? Like when I lose to somebody shutting me down on points like that, that's like, I mean, I got lost. It's like the equivalent of getting knocked out. You know, it's like it's getting, you know, starched.
Ooh, so, that was a miss.
That was definitely a miss. Yeah.
There you go. You want to at least close out one of these and get 2 of the blue plus sign minimum.
Yeah,
but I've played many a game against Unmarked where he has gotten 2 of them, 2 of the full targets and 2 of the full plus signs.
And what's the points on that? Is that almost 250, 300 easily?
It's got to be 275 when you connect the 2 of them.
This is a great screen where you can get 250 out of it. There's 225. You get the big target and part of the second target.
Yeah, classic shots are you go. Normally one guy goes big, the other guy goes the other big, and then the first guy to connect the 2, those other squares are normally the guy that kind of rocks the points.
Yeah, so we're. Nice shot. Yeah, you guys are so well matched. You're all. This is a little offsided at the moment. That's that's a good 200.
They're both one shot away from kind of snagging that 200-point lead. I mean, that's why watching these guys, they're like, this is probably what I'd watch. I mean, you know, I can watch my own matches and everything, but, you know, I like to watch the best going at it. You know what I mean? So. Oh,
that was a big miss by Bostic.
There aren't.
And that's the thing that hurts the most when you play in the top 10. It is not so much the good hits; it's the one bad hit that will really kill you. I don't know about.
It's so true.
I mean, that is where I get the most frustrated is if I play Bostic or if I'm playing you, Boozy, or certainly when I play Unmarked. If I notice my bad hits more than anything else. So we're in.
It's so apparent when Bostic and I play. I mean, it really is absolutely who makes the most mistakes.
But he's come back up. Look at this. I didn't even catch where you made a mistake, but Bostic came back.
Oh no! Well, Boz has been ahead for most of this round. Ever since I messed up on the very first round, he's had a decent lead all the way.
But he had that one crucial bad shot, but it wasn't enough to.
Yeah, I actually made a fairly bad shot after that, so it really didn't hurt him.
Okay.
That much.
No, this is it right here.
Boom.
Oh,
yeah, that's a big mistake.
That's
by
a big
me.
one, yeah.
And then that's
normally you'll hit the 2.
What do you guys feel? I call the power up that separates the cells into like a honeycomb. What do we call that power up? Honeycomb?
Isn't it Maze Blaster or
Maze Blaster?
I just call it the one there. That's exactly how you described is what I would describe it as. You know, because everybody be like, "What are we talking about now?" It's like, yeah, the one that kind of makes it. It's a power up that swings matches. You know, there's times when I'm losing, you know, and maybe you just hit that you hit that thing. And
try and throw your
turn around
throw your competitor off.
Yeah, it's the Hail Mary, you know.
It's the Hail Mary. It's kind of true for most of them.
That power is really weird because it's. The first person to hit it is often at a disadvantage because you don't have quite enough time to analyze the maze pattern that pops up. But the second person after it's hit has a long time to analyze and really figure out where the nice pockets are.
But that's if his brain goes analyze right now instead of just being like, oh, what happened? You know what I mean? Like not everybody reacts.
There's different ways to play the game, Boozy. That's fair.
Not everybody's in the. You know, there's a handful of people that can even just follow the ball. You know, like there's times when I'll get into matches with new players, and you know they'll be like, "Where did it go?" And I'm like, "Well, how are you not watching it? Like we just hit it off the wall." You know, like it's not like it doesn't come down to a computer issue. It's like if you're on a quest, I mean, your quest is just as fast as mine. You're just looking in that direction. Follow the ball.
That was an unremarkable screen where one of you guys could have dominated. You can sometimes get 3 of those, but nobody.
All pretty even, and then that's a mistake. Yeah.
And this is also a screen that you know, you can dominate if you can get 2 of those targets.
Well, you clear that big one normally first, and then you slant them. Then you slant either of these. And it's like 250 something each. It just devastates it. And he's got
especially with the splash damage on this one, you can often do some real damage. But yeah, Bostic didn't quite capitalize on it.
All right. This can be a fun screen if somebody makes one mistake on those.
It's always snakes. On the 2 worms. Always, that's the one.
That's a tough one.
Nope. So Bostic got it. Let's see how Unmarked does.
Same thing.
And there we go. Close out.
Then 150 each for these.
Yep.
Is there ever a time to hit the blue targets on this one, Unmarked?
Yes, there actually is. If the other person has splash damage is so valuable on this wave here.
Yeah, but
you don't want to let them have it. So you don't hit the pluses until it's over.
Okay.
No.
Oh!
We don't.
That was a gorgeous use of the nuke. Right there.
Yeah, that was a big nuke.
Don't put that tip out there into the world for people to think of. You know what I mean? Take your shots. Don't sit there because you want to see who can stop this ball and make this game stop. Okay, like that's what we'll start doing then, I guess. Maybe I'll just start.
I have a question for you on this, and actually, Boozy, you can jump in there too. I have seen it. It's probably one of the 2 of you that's done it. Is able to close out that wide target in one shot. What's the trick?
You just slant it. You hit 3 of them.
I mean, there's 2 ways to do it. You can go straight across the top or come down in sort of a angle.
Slant.
Uh-oh. Nuke.
Boom.
Oh. That was a big miss.
Was that
and
you?
See, I missed that, and Bostic is doing his great ball handling skills to set that up. He really played that well.
Just took the lead. That was a crucial moment. Nicely done.
Go close.
That takes a lot of patience. And calm hand right there. Nice. Another nice shot.
I like to go for those worms. I don't like to touch those. I like to let them shoot it at first and hope to God you're not the best at it. Because
on this board, I think the regenerating targets are actually far easier than the snakes. The snakes are just the way they move. It's a little unpredictable sometimes.
But if you go for let's say the stationary targets or whatever, and you don't close it out, I mean it's over.
That's true. It leaves a big opening for the other player.
You give the game up, as opposed to just kind of going after the other ones and let maybe him screw it up. Oh, that was.
Unmarked, you gave a good tip early on when I was playing with you. Is that you shoot in the direction of the worm or the snake, and that definitely helps. Because often, if you shoot against it, you go through it even more than usual.
Yeah,
that was a good shot. You don't see this screen too often. This one you guys are playing right now.
That last one, with a single shot. You never see that one normally finish out. It's like a drop shot you got to do normally.
All right.
Power up.
So
nicely done, Unmarked. You won this on. What is the difference between time and the energy win there? Can you explain that to us?
Well, so the 2 wins that I had were both by finishing. We completed both waves each set has 7 waves in it, and we completed all 7 waves. So those go to the end. It's also possible if 5 minutes of time runs out, then the match ends also.
So you just have the larger score. You just have the larger score in that entire game.
Yep. In that round. Yeah.
Got it.
So I'm up at this point. I won the first match, and the whole thing is going to be the best of 5 matches to win the game.
Got it.
Nice move.
So we're
nicely done. Unmarked just dominated that set of blue pluses. These are each worth only 90. Sometimes you can get over and get a little more out of one of the others. But there's a good strategy there. I usually play right in the middle so that your other player, your component can't get more than one.
That's the way to do it for sure.
Oh, what happened there? Who was that? Who's that? Was that you?
That was me. That was me. I was just making sure he couldn't hear me like panting. You know, it gets pretty nerve-wracking, and I was getting a little stressed. So yeah.
This was a big moment for him.
I love that you did that mid-game. That was ballsy.
Yeah, I don't. Well, no, I'll mute my mic. Yeah, or he just checked to see if his mic.
You have never ever muted your mic when we have played. Sometimes I wish you would, Uzi, but I gotta say, you are usually not short on words ever in a game. That's, by the way, that's a strategy of some players. Like my friend Uzi is commenting here, he will just talk you into submission.
Oh yes, that's, you know what, absolutely, that's my main trick to winning a match. Yes.
It's just that, I mean, listen to that beautiful Canadian voice. It's
that and your great ball handling, which we know you love.
Well, hey. When it's the saying of learn from the best, right? Bostitch, he actually showed me way back when I didn't know how to fucking do nothing with the ball. And I still wonder really how much the actual staff or like the developers really like know.
Don't even know.
Yeah. I bet you they don't. To be honest,
I've played. I forget who it was. What is it?
TCMT or whatever is.
I played somebody from One Hamza, and he was not happy that I played as well as I did.
Well, here's the thing that bothers me. He never told me that's who he was. I would have totally played that match completely differently if I had known that was like anybody from there. Like, and I just want to like kind of set myself and see.
That's a really good shot.
Yeah,
that was a really good shot that Bostitch did there. Yeah.
It was that elusive single cell for a moment, and then it caught
just a normal. He caught the normal target along with a single snake. It's a really hard thing to line up, but because of Bostitch's good ball handling skills, he makes that so easy to line up.
He's a natural.
So if I hear, is it a double? Oh man, that's
almost a double, just a little bit off.
On that, what do you call that target?
These are regenerating targets or self-healing targets.
Those can be the most satisfying, or there's a double. The most satisfying are the most frustrating target of all.
Out of curiosity, Bendewald, would you consider them to be satisfying or frustrating?
Well, I've played both of you where it's the most frustrating moment in my life.
Oh, absolutely.
Where like I've been in the lead and then just totally lost it with you.
Oh yeah,
many times.
That's the whole reason why I won. Yeah, and I mean, I think I've got the footage somewhere. I'm
sure you do. So, very nice play, Unmarked there, going across. He does that excellent, picking up like 100 points just on blue targets when everybody is trying to get 90 on those boxed out ones.
Yeah, I think because that was the last wave, I was actually up by enough there. I didn't need to do that, but I think the whole thing's just kind of, this is a stressful match, and I don't think I had enough time to really process what was going on, so I just went ahead and did it out of instinct.
Boozy, going back to your ball handling technique.
You're really focused on how I handle balls.
Oh, nice shot.
That's a beautiful shot by
That was a 375. That is very hard to do. Going all the way across to 2 targets and both blues.
When you're only playing to 1,000.
It's a big lead.
You only need 500 points to win, and you start off with a 375. That's real tough.
It's very hard to come back. He needs to make a big mistake here for you to come back. And
if you get first shot on the second round, after hitting shots like that, it could be right over in the beginning of the second round.
Yeah. Luckily, there aren't any huge shots here.
This is everybody's favorite
150,
screen.
150 is the
biggest. It
biggest,
takes like a half an hour to get through it.
No, it doesn't.
Oh my god, I hate the screen so much.
Watch 150 right there. Oh,
there you go. Well, that's
no, it should be more.
He just missed the plus. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It should have been 150.
That diagonal shot.
That's a bad shot from me there.
It's well, it all depends on if you're the left side of the screen or not, right?
It's true. Yeah, where you're standing.
It makes a heck of a difference.
But going back to your ball handling.
Back to the balls. Okay, yeah.
I would say that Boztic is your Yoda from. Would that be an accurate statement?
I would say that he's more. You know, well, I'll tell you what. I'll give him number 1 because
here we go. Within 5 points. How can he hang on? Can he?
I have 5 points left.
So.
Yeah,
I don't think so. Boztic is going to close it right. Oh, down the hole. And let's see. Is he holding on? Yep.
Oh,
good 100.
I'll tell you what. though.
Yes, sir.
Wait, hold on. I give Boztic rank 1 for sure in the ball handling abilities.
Are we only going to talk about ball?
How many times do you hear the phrase ball handling in our commentary? Please post it. Continue.
It's part of the drinking game. You guys haven't played the drinking game of Racket NX? Yeah, where you literally take a shot every time you hear ball handling.
Ball handling, beer chug.
Boozy's 101 class.
Nice shot.
We teach it Saturdays and Fridays.
Nice,
you know, be sure to bring a friend, hopefully female.
Look at Unmarked, able to hold on. He's done a good job, I would say. He's back up. He's back up to I wouldn't know about contention, but at least there's a chance. There you go. Nice shot.
You know, Unmarked doesn't really like to lay down. You know, if you're gonna play him, you might as well waste your time. So
I've literally been up out of luck, to 800, 900, and he's come back and beat me. I'm not proud to admit that, but that's how good he is.
Recent match, I think I was 50 points, maybe 80 points, whatever he had left, and he came back from it. And that was like the last maybe whatever you guys want to call that. Last 2 stages, we'll say, of the
2 waves. Last 2 waves.
Yeah, last 2 waves. Yeah, and then he came back. So
he's actually I don't know what happens here, but I would say if I was playing him, I'd be afraid right now, even if I had 660.
Because he's gaining back. He's already.
I know.
Well, honestly, Boztic had the splash damage there, which is usually really big.
I know, but you're still. But I'm just watching this scoring going back and forth, and you're still in striking distance. Because
I really like to leave the 3 there because it's a hard shot to make, and it's worth trying. But and at this point I needed something big, so I had to leave him with 3 and hoped he missed, and it paid off. But it's still.
For anybody who hates that screen,
drop shots are the best right there.
When you play the final solo set, you really learn how to get good at hitting those individual shots with your paddle.
Oh, what are we talking about in the second part of it, of the last one?
Yes, exactly.
You got to drop shot it down the 1, yeah.
Here we go. This is everybody's nightmare screen.
Drop shot these 2, bring it down from the top of the screen.
Somebody, who was it? Look at that.
That works good. I'm better off shooting the top.
Unless Boztic screws up, he's won this. He'd have to miss his next shot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So there you go. And those for anybody watching for tips. Usually going from the bottom or the top is the safer move as opposed to going straight.
The top is the safest, right? Because the bottom, you gotta hope to God that comes down straight. All
right, we're at 1-1. So we've got one match up on Unmarked.
And this is the second match right here. Yeah,
this is match 2.
I think for viewing purposes, probably like a best out of 3. You know what I mean? Like if you're, because
Do you want to redesign the league?
Well, I'm just saying, maybe on like the, because here's the thing, right? I mean, how could you expect? I mean, because this is the only reason why this match is getting watched is because hands down it's the 2 best people in the game playing it. Right? And even then, they're
right there. I'm gonna call you on something. I don't know if we can call either one of these guys people. I have never met either one of them.
He's a robot, until we see.
I would swear that Unmarked is AI, and that there's, you know, some sort of cyborg part
Some
of
sort of government
Bostic.
program going on here.
Yeah,
Is that what we're doing?
They are not human, these guys. And they both claim to have jobs. I don't see how it's possible.
Yeah, well, there's the rumor there. Yeah, the bots. Yeah, the Hamza built them.
Exactly.
So now, wait a minute. So if Hamza, you know, runs, let's say Bostic and Unmarked,
right.
So they're technically the ones that are really good at ball handling. So they taught me how to handle the ball. I don't understand.
It's full circle. It all comes
that's
back
two
to
more.
that.
That's like, 2 more chugs, everybody. If you
it's almost like you can't go back to the future.
Oh, what was that?
If the reason why you went to the, you know, you learned how to get to the future was the reason why, you know what I mean? Like, it's like that counter. Yeah, I got to sit there and think on that.
Unmarked went in for the big, and he did get the 300. Because usually he goes up for the 275. We've discussed this before, but you closed it. But you didn't go for any of the blue targets.
Outstanding.
No, when you go for the 300 one, you want to almost hit in it right away because you really want it to roll around, and it's tough for that to happen if you waste some of the energy on the pluses.
If not, you get that 225 normally. If you
exactly.
Bostic just missed part of that worm. That was tough.
Ooh, no.
But that was hard.
I missed it, and then Bostic did that amazing shot.
And then he picked that up and another one. Great shot.
To hit that with splash damage is a really good shot. Yeah.
Oh, that was a really great set right there. That screen was that was a master screen right there. If you were paying attention.
That really well.
If anybody wants to know how to pick up those bonus points, go back and watch that. Being able to, whenever I play a beginner, I say you got to talk about points. You really have to pay attention to where the top players are scoring their points, because that's a big part of the game. Huge.
Well, I mean, if you want to simplify it, all you got to do is connect as much blues as you can with the thing you're going to just, you know, the target you're going to be. You know, really, that's all it comes down to. You know, you don't have to be like, this is the best way to take certain shots. Like, wow, look at that. That's crazy. Crazy.
Boom. Wait, was that Bostic or was that?
Oh, it was Unmarked.
That was me with the 415 shot.
That was a hot shot. Damn.
And then I just connected those other two over there. Yeah.
Very nice. That must have shook Bostic.
I mean, I'm still only slightly up.
No.
Holy shit, that was another great hit. You just got 2 of those.
Bam. Bing. I've seen this before. I've seen this.
That was
personally firsthand.
That was a master screen right there. Nicely done, Unmarked.
Yeah, that's
all right. So
that's one of those, there's a bit of luck involved to get all those targets to sync up together and to get multiple ones in one shot, but there's some luck involved too.
You still have to hit it though.
Unmarked.
Yeah.
2 matches, best out of 3. If you win this one,
well, best out of 5. The first 2.
Best out of 5. Sorry, I meant the first to reach 3. Best out of 5.
So this is
Bostic and I are taking our little drink breaks right here. A little drink intermission for him and I, recovering all the lost sweat from the
wringing out your underwear.
Yeah.
Putting talcum powder on your palms before you put your paddle back in your hand.
Yeah.
Battery check, you know.
I had a spare battery. You mean the one that one Hamza put inside me, or the one in my controller?
See, you joke, but we know better.
Can't even keep batteries in my house, man.
If you notice, Unmarked always has the same phrasing. He doesn't. Oh, look at that! What was that?
He's like Captain America. Captain America of the Marvel Avengers.
Oh, almost.
Yeah. That was real close to Bostic getting that one. Yeah, he's really good at that shot. He's better than me.
So what are you, Unmarked? What are you thinking right now? You're in the lead. Do you kind of start to relax now, or are you getting nervous about not being able to keep your lead?
I mean, definitely don't get relaxed, but I think at this point it starts to feel like, you know, so when Bostic and I play, like, completely any one of us can win the match anytime, and there is some randomness involved. You never know how it's going to go. Just like I said, one bad shot can turn everything around. But at this point, you at least have the cushion of knowing, even if I mess up really bad or something happens on this match, I probably have, you know, more chances to do it. So it does relieve some of that stress a little bit of it. It makes it a little bit less stressful.
Boozy, when are you playing better? When you are the underdog or when you're in the lead?
I play better when I'm not thinking about my shots at all.
So when is that?
Well, for me, it's... I'll tell you something. I destroy people that are like new to the game. When I hit power-ups, I'll hit every single power-up when I'm playing somebody that I'm just talking to. You know, but it's like when I really want to hit that target because I really want to beat this person because I've never really beat them, that's the time I'm gonna miss. Every time.
So I'm similar. When I'm relaxed and having a good time, I play much better. As soon as I get like I'm much harder on myself when I play Unmarked or Bostic, and I don't play as well. You know, and actually even Boozy, when you started to win more games, I get a little more tense because I want to beat you. But when we're just joking around, having a good time, I'm more relaxed. I don't think about it as much, and I tend to play better. At least that's how I am.
I'm always joking around, relaxed. What are you talking about? When's this other time? Like, is there another time we're not having it that I don't know about, or what? Like, I thought it was friendly the whole time.
You're like the original Fast Times at Ridgemont High, dude.
Gnarly, dude. Like that, boom, right there, instantly. That's fire.
By the way, if you're watching this, when you're lucky enough to play Boozy, who's actually Card Taker, it's his screen name, he is unplugged when you're playing with him, so just buckle up. Don't let him distract you too much.
No doubt, no doubt. Like you said earlier, I feel like that's part of his strategy. It works pretty well.
Yeah, every so often I like to do the helicopter mid-match so that you don't...
Unmarked, does he do... I mean, at this point, if he doesn't do it, it would probably throw me off. Whenever I'm going in for, like, a power-up shot, this is what I hear from him.
Oh, yeah. He's got... I mean, I just assume that's because he's got COVID. You know, I didn't want to... Pray for me. I didn't want to rip on him for that, but he's clearly got some kind of respiratory infection. Might be dickishness, I'm not sure. But
way to show how American you are.
Unmarked is struggling here. Bostic has got a solid lead.
Again, you know, I would say...
I see what your strategy is. You're waiting for him to go so you can get the higher points off of this.
So what happens is, between him and I, Bostic and I, we have sort of an agreement, or just the way to keep the game flowing. If it's really the person that has the lower score is going to have to take
the shot. Nice shot. Nice shot. Say that again. You have a gentleman's agreement that...
Yeah, more or less, there's certain points in the game where it's a zugzwang that happens where nobody wants to take the shot. And so we have the agreement. It's the one of us that has the lower score is the one that is eventually would be forced to take that shot, but we just agree to take it to get it over with.
Right. And Unmarked went for the desperate power up of the flow.
I mean, I thought I would need it. Yeah.
It paid off at the moment. He's in.
That's a big miss.
Score by 100, but yeah, you needed this, didn't you?
It did pay off. Since I was down, you know, the logic is you might as well try to do one of those crazy power-ups because it throws a lot of randomness in it, and it might not work out, but you don't have anything to lose if you're already in a bad position, so you might as well try it.
Yeah, whatever's happening right now isn't working, so you gotta swing it, change it up.
Yeah. All right. Wow, that was a tight game.
Round one.
But that one goes to Bostic, so he's got the
1-0.
He has got the first win in that game.
In the third match we got here, yeah.
Yes.
With such confidence on how we state that, they really got to work out the wording for this.
Nice shot.
175. What's the best score you can get on this side? 225?
200. I think I've maybe seen 225 once, but on that first shot, I actually made a pretty big mistake because when you have the first shot on those pluses, you actually want to break the board up into 2 even pieces so that you as the first shot get 3 shots there of about 175 or so. But I didn't perfectly cut the cake in half, so to speak, since I was the one with the knife, and that
was a great shot.
Yeah, normally that's 225 as well.
Yeah, that 250 shot was great.
Yeah, this one here goes to, normally I hit about 175 on it at max. Oh wow.
225, that's a great shot.
Well, it was 175 because you had the 50-point bonus to finish the wave.
Yeah, for finishing it, yeah.
Yeah, for those players who aren't aware of this, is you closing out a full target and getting the last shot get you the most points, besides adding blues.
And as many blues, yeah.
Yeah.
Blues as well, right?
That's really the finessing.
Right here, you want that slant shot, right? Yeah, right there.
The first part of that, he hit perfectly, but he just missed the finishing of it, yeah.
See, this is where I think Hamza could do a better job, is when somebody has the dominating first shot, the next thing that should happen is giving, in essence, a power-up advantage.
Well, that's what
to
does
the next
happen.
person.
Here's the thing. Yes, I agree with you, but at the same time, no, because what if you have it that's set? You know that every single time it's like it's now. You know,
it doesn't mean you're going to hit it. How many times have you missed it?
The top.
It has to be random.
Listen, the top 10.
It's not random.
Hit it. The top 10 are going to hit it. I don't care who you are. The top 10 hit power-ups.
We're always
you're not in the top
those
10.
damn power-ups come out. Once you play this enough, you know when they're coming out.
Yeah, because it happens every time on the second fucking shot of the next second round. It's the most annoying thing in the world. I can't even.
That's my point.
Yes, that needs
my
to
point exactly.
Well, here's another good point. Another good point.
Shot.
Yeah.
Whoa!
No, that was Unmarked. Took it right. Yeah.
That all of a sudden, boy, that's what
it turned. That set turned real fast. Yeah.
Wow.
Splash damage.
I didn't even catch that.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but Bostic missed his shot at splash damage there, which he hardly ever misses. And that was a big turning point. Yeah.
Well, wait. There's one more thing I want to touch on, because here's another thing. You should never come to that last shot. You know, let's say the second last shot. You know, I can either hit it and get my 50 points, or I could literally just say, you know, and then you hit yours, and then I hit mine for the last shot. Well, you should never be able to like waste your shot to get a better advantage. Nice move. I think that's another thing that needs to be fixed too.
It's tough to fix that perfectly with the game, and they did. I mean, the person that finishes the wave is going to be the one that gets the shot at the power-up in the next wave, which is a change they made 6 months ago or something. And it went a long way towards balancing that out. It's not perfect.
This is probably my favorite screen, because there's so many shots you can make on it. What do you guys think? Right? I mean, there's like, it really is fun.
It's all, it's a nice average, you know what I mean? You can, you know, it's about your averaging of the shots.
Oh, big miss by Unmarked.
More nerves.
Oh.
I feel like, that's not something.
You do not miss many of those.
This is the one I hate. I hate splash damage on this match, actually, this part right here. It's like, it's because it's almost a waste. I mean, if you can't clear it in one, I mean, you know, you're not playing what we're playing at.
Good shot. That was a great shot.
Nice drop shot.
Splash damage is tough. It's not super useful on this level, but there are sometimes you can connect 2 targets together if you hit just the perfect splash damage shot, and then you can get pretty good points with it.
No, here we go. Back to this. Let's see if Unmarked goes for the 300 again and gets it. Yep, nice. Nicely done. And he's back to 65. Whoosh. Boy, that was a big save right there, those two. See, that's what I like. He just came back with a power up and a great hit, which is hard to do. It's hard to do those two together. I think we can all agree.
Oh,
you know, you hit a power up and then you bone your next shot.
And he nailed that.
And you just get, and you're like, why did I even bother? It was down to 100 points when I could have made 175 shot.
Yeah, this one, it's all going to be connecting as many. That's the difference between your good players and your exceptional players. Is the connecting the blues to the full target kills.
Dude, this is probably the best game you guys have played so far. This has
Back
been
and forth.
It's been really close.
Yeah, but really, really good shots and scoring.
I like to see them, you know, living up to their 3,400 rank. You know, so
Exactly.
it's good to
We
see.
got a few more members of the 3,400 club now. I think Danny Dan's up there, and Stand Atlantic just recently hit the 3,400 club as well.
Nice.
Still haven't gotten mine yet.
You'll get there someday.
Hey, Boozy, I don't think I told you, but I finally cleared out the solo set last week. It took me 8 months.
Oh, really? You finally did that last stage?
And I almost didn't even expect it. Like,
what was the speed? What was your rank of the?
I got all 3 stars.
No, not the stars.
Oh, 12. Number 12. Number 12.
Okay.
12.
I got all 3. It's like, yeah, man, I know.
Listen, I was very excited.
The crowd went wild. You got that little achievement. You have completed insane. Or does that only happen on the PC? I think that may only happen on the PC version.
No, I think it's all, man.
No, I don't.
Look at this, neck and neck. Who is going to win this one? We have one screen left. Okay, Bostich needs this. Bostich needs this.
Oh, yeah.
Yes! Boy, that makes it more exciting. This is it, ladies and gentlemen.
Possible.
I was one. I almost missed that one. Yeah, it was right at the edge of missing it.
So big advantage here with Boz.
Brought it right
and then
back.
Boz picks up that double. He connects those two together, which is a really tough shot to do.
Yeah, that's not easy to do for sure. 700, 300.
Yeah, no, it's straight down to the end.
Okay, you gotta.
Yeah, no,
Mark's gotta mess this up. That's it. That's the game.
Yeah, he's right now. He's going wild. He's going wild right now. You know what? He's like, he's doing his little happy feet. His hands shaking. He's humming right now. He is humming. I've seen that before.
The definitive champion, 3 matches in a row. Nicely done, Unmarked.
Yeah, thank you. That was a really tense match. And then I know we're jumping right into this next one right away, but so at this point, Bostich goes down and plays R. Strout, who won. Those two were playing to see who won the losers bracket, and then Bostich did win the losers cup.
Let's call him the second tier. Let's call him the second
whatever.
tier.
But
First loser.
And then, so then now Bostich comes up and plays me again, and this is for all the marbles.
Okay,
so Bostich, we didn't get video of that, unfortunately, but Bostich won his match versus R. Strout, I think in straight sets or straight matches.
He is looking for blood.
Well, wait a minute. Haven't you technically won the tier 1? We'll call it the tier 1 league.
I mean, it's a double elimination tournament, so nobody's won. It's just that I have a slight advantage at this point because I haven't lost any in the tournament, and Bostich has now lost 1, the one we just watched.
So now we got to watch a full 5 thing of sets again?
Yeah, this is a full new 5 matches, the best of 5 matches.
All right. So
and we have not said yet anything about ball handling.
Well, yeah. I need another drink. I need another drink. We got to hope.
Honestly, nobody's been handling the ball incredibly well. Power up.
No, there's not a
Unmarked needs it.
There's not a whole lot of flair going on right now.
Bostich had a really strong lead at that point. Now,
he did.
So he was going for those pluses there, Bostich was, and he missed it, unfortunately. I mean, I understand why he did that, but that was a big miss.
Frickin' and the AI gods gave you your power up, as I always predict.
Yeah,
it always helps. It makes a big difference.
He's got one of those red phones. You know what I mean? Like he just dials up, calls up Hamza. I'm gonna need another 3 more power ups, please.
Exactly. That's exactly what I imagined. Yeah. Like they're sitting there watching it live.
We need him to win.
So, like you were talking about earlier, Boozy, that was one of those places where you kind of don't want to be the one to finish.
Yeah. Because
so after taking enough pluses, one of us is forced to finish it. But then I get the big first shot on this board.
Unmarked 730, Bostich 270. Can't believe we're back on another 5 rounds, but okay, we're back to it.
Back to the grindstone. So Bostich and I, we took about a 4-hour break or so between this, and by this point, I mean it was I can't remember exactly. It was like 7 p.m. my time, but I think it was like 3 a.m. Bosdich's time, and I was worried he was going to be.
That's unfair.
We didn't. I mean, we didn't have to play it then. He was fine. He said he was ready to play, and yeah. I mean, he played. It's a good. I don't see any difference now in this match than I normally do when he plays. So yeah, it was good.
Who has the splash damage right now? Is that on your paddle?
Well,
it's me. It's me.
Okay, so you're still blue. Was that the best use? You got 250. You only hit a couple blues in one of the top. Is that not something where you try and take out more than one full target?
Well, you can't do it unless there's little specks. You could only maybe get 2 extra hits on a second target with the splash damage there. When everything's full, it's hard to get more. But there probably were a few better uses there. Yeah.
It's always a conundrum, that splash damage, of what you can really get out of it.
Well,
yeah. Again, we're in the second game now, and wait. What match is this? Is this the first match? We just finished the first set.
This is the first match. This is the first match.
We just finished the first set of the first match. Okay.
Yeah, we're looking to see who wins. This is for all the marbles, as they say.
That's a good shot, Buzz.
That is a good shot.
Excellent. He's really good at that shot.
Is it possible to close out that whole side to get that side target and the one that
I've never seen it. It would have to be a really weird shot where it then goes off the nitro panel and speeds ahead and does something really weird in there, but I've never seen it. It would be a tough one.
Boozy, I love that Unmarked just said, I've never seen it. Like, if we saw it, it would be because you've done it.
Yeah, like, yes, that's a very good point, actually. Let's see what we got going on here. You know, as I sit here and I watch this, my brain goes right into, you know, what shots do I take first, you know, and do they even match up with what they're going with? You know, because everybody's kind of good at their own shots. Like, even though you can get those extra points, I mean, if you can't make the shot, then there's no point even shooting at it. So, but these guys...
He started in the middle there.
Yeah. Bosdich takes that differently than I do. I think overall he's better at that shot than me, though.
He got, what did he get? 85% of that.
Yeah, he got 225 over there, and it would have been really good, but he just missed the last hit on the right target to really get an extra 75 there, which would have made a big difference.
I don't mind this one.
Yeah, I
like this level. I like this wave.
Yep, well, we're back to even here.
So this part right here is what would screw me up, to be honest. This is not the stage I want that speeding up, power up going on.
It really does mess with your brain. Oh,
that's a really good shot.
That was a tough shot right there.
Bosdich hit that really well.
There we go, back to normal speed.
I think it's about to end the hyperspeed. Yeah, okay.
No, it's already over.
Yeah, it's over now. Yeah.
One more screen after this.
So the final screen. There's some really tough shots on this board, and I missed that first shot right there. That was that's a big miss, and then he gets splash damage here.
And misses his shot, though. Really.
Yeah.
You still have that regenerator open.
That's gone now.
Close that up.
And one more there, 125, I think, for that little single one there. Yeah.
And that's what he goes for. That's the most sure, easy shot on the board at this point.
That was a good shot. That is
lucky, but yeah, it worked out.
You know, they actually just said the other day on Discord that shot actually was most people's, least favorite shot. I guess Stained Atlantic. That's not, he feels
this. Because this screen with those snakes, they bend, and it's very hard to get them. It's like really in a 90-degree angle. Yeah,
it's really hard to get the snakes in one shot when there's a 4-section snake.
Very nice. All right, our first match goes to Unmarked. Well done, sir.
Thank you. I'm getting stressed again just watching this. It was the kind of thing where, man, I mean, my palms were sweating. I definitely had to wipe them off between each match.
I was just playing Bostic yesterday, and he is the only player I have never won a game with, and I'm proud to say I beat fair and square Unmarked twice, albeit with some luck.
It's true.
And a couple times that had nothing to do with a couple of the forced wins just from freezing screen, but two actual games. And
Boozy has come really close a few times against me. He's been really close, scarily close.
Boozy has dominated me quite a few times recently. I would say for a while, Boozy, I was beating you. Yeah, definitely stoned.
I beat Bendewald one time, and it was he got caught talking, and it wasn't my plan, but it just kind of worked. It kind of worked out like that.
Well, that was.
And that little bit of banter we were talking about there, Bostic destroyed me.
I got to give Bostic a little credit. He just shut you down in that round.
2 is one of the quickest waves to end. There's so many huge shots there, and if you make one mistake on that, it's over.
He is good on this screen, by the way. I know when I played him before, he gets a lot of points.
Catches those blues or whatever for like 175. You can run that.
Yeah,
175. You can run across.
Yeah,
I missed it a little bit there, but that's the basic shot.
A little high on that shot, but
drives me nuts, man.
That's when you know you're playing a really good player is when they hit that.
That's the word. Yeah, really good player.
That blue belt.
Bostic and I missed 2 in a row there. We both missed.
I'm gonna coin it right now, guys. That's Haley's Comet. When you can go around that and pick up 150 points, that's really when you're playing a great player.
Me and Mazo have had words over this actual stage here. Actually,
he's told me about those.
I think I added.
What were some of those words?
I think I said, you know what, and we had a difference of opinion, and I may have removed him from friends, and later on, we bumped into each other again. We may have bumped into each other again, and I was like, hey, sorry, I was in a bad mood. I was in a bad mood or whatever, and he was like,
toughest. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, he was like, you're kind of mouthy, and I was like, I was having a bad day. Like, I still stand by how I feel, but I mean, I know that there's no rules against what he did. There was no game weakness abuse. I mean, it was a legitimate shot. It irked me. So yeah, I mean, that's the good thing about Racket NX.
It's because on that wave that just finished, there's so many huge shots. It's the same one here.
Big shot right here. Big shot. Oh!
Just 375, I think.
That's a big, that 300 shot. If you can get it, it's a good one. Yeah,
Bostic just got the jackpot there and then turned around for the good shot. But yeah, the first 2 waves on this board especially. The first 2 waves on this board especially are really tough because
nice screen right there. That was a great.
There's so many big shots. Yeah.
This is a tough one, boy. The guy that 225 is a great shot. I've shot that.
No, you get 400 here on the sidewall.
Yeah. 400 is, I'd say it's a bad opener on that board.
You want
all these open.
Boom right there. Yeah. Nice. You honestly, you get 400 on the side, no problem.
On this side?
No, the other side.
No, on the other side.
This one right here, 400. Yeah.
I often go for the that big open panel because
I leave that one alone.
Because I know I guarantee I'm going to get 200 plus. This one sometimes I just don't know if I'm going to pick up any points or not.
Well, I'm going to say that Unmarked's going to say that the other side's the first side you want to shoot at right there.
Of course, because
I want you to this side first for sure. Yeah.
Because Bostic and him have that freaking insane accuracy, but you've got to have that.
Yeah, but no, I'm telling you, like I do all right on that stage too. So I'm saying that's the side I'm going for.
Well, you're top 10 contender. What's your rank right now?
My rank is it's a poor representation of I'd say where well, honestly, realistically, I'd say that realistically I can beat anybody up into the top 3. Right until we get to 1 and 2 are the only 2 I can't beat.
Why is your rank suck?
Because I think one of my ranks is like, let's say 10 to 15. One's got to be like 10, the other one's got to be like 15.
And Boozy's got like 1,000 alt accounts. So I've got
2. I've got 2.
That was a great shot right there.
Steam account, and Oculus. That's it, boys.
Yeah, okay.
You know which one I am.
I just got knocked down to number 10, so you're not number 10 at the moment. Maybe you're above me.
You're right, but okay, but how are you doing to that speed thing though? That monthly challenge? How are we doing with that? Anybody?
Oh, you know what? I gotta watch some videos because you knocked me down to number 12, you bastard.
I gotta have a look at that. I don't know if I still stand in that. I only care what
like I said, I closed insane this week, and that's a big deal after 8 months. So, that was a miss. That was a miss right there.
That's a big miss for Bostic. And if I can close this out, which it did.
He was.
So what changed it? What changed? What allowed you to finish it this time as opposed to any other time?
You know what? I just relaxed, and I remember the last time that I played it, I was like, I can't figure this out. But I broke. I think you have to break it up into sections.
Oh, is that the one where you? Is that the one where like you just end up running out of time because you know like there's that worm or whatever?
Well, you don't run out of time. No, you're not running out of time. It's the you usually end up hitting too many. You do run out of time because you're hitting skulls. That's it. Exactly.
Yeah, but there's so many skulls. So the we gotta run out of time. We gotta run out of time. Time just ran out here.
Catch that.
Yeah.
Oh, that must have gotten his goose. All right, we're whoever wins this wins match 2.
All right.
Yeah, that's
a
bit of a miss.
Oh,
there for sure.
No, that's.
It's not going to stop apparently.
No, that's making it into the replay right there. That's making highlight.
Oh, that was a miss too.
Oh, look at that little bit of
a miss there. Yeah.
A little bit of a glitch on the screen there. I don't know if anybody else saw that.
Yeah, there's a lot of glitches.
Screens look a little fuzzy. This. I don't know. We may have to go back to the replay.
I'm gonna edit out any of those mistakes you see. So
yeah. All of a sudden, it's gonna be like a real top notch. They take all 10 of these rounds, put all the best shots in it. You guys are gonna look like bosses. Yeah, don't worry. Hams has got the budget for that now. Actually, you know, now that they released this on the Quest, they got a private editor just set aside for this.
How many players do we have on Racket NX? Do we know?
You got to ask yourself how many times it's been downloaded.
I mean, I think as far as reviews on the Oculus store, there's what, like 600-700 reviews of people that bothered to review it, and who knows of how many, you know, not nearly everybody's reviews.
Yeah, but you can find out how many times it's been downloaded.
Because there's.
Let's do it right now. Don't.
If you downloaded it, you bought it. Is what I'm saying, right? So.
Right.
That's how we find
that was a bit of a miss.
Yeah, we can sit there and calculate that out, but maybe you prefer a different time on a different video. You know,
this is kind of a typical. I would say.
Oh, nice! That was nice.
Even to see the 2 best players in the entire league
really tough,
having the same struggle that almost everybody does with this screen, not being able to roll that up and down, not being able to go across and get that angled shot.
Did you not see the one there that Unmarked just did though, where he literally shot it off?
Yeah, that was a nice shot.
That was.
Oh, look at that! A power up for Unmarked.
But I kind of abused the. I didn't have good ball handling skills there right afterwards.
There we go. Drink, everybody.
Yep.
you guys might actually be getting a little bit tired here.
Well, no, they had a 4-hour break in between the other 2 matches, you know. So.
But I mean, I don't know about Bostic, but I was, you know, in that 4-hour break, I was practicing for most.
I knew it. I was gonna say that's what he was doing. Of course he was.
Just warming up, you know, nonstop. Out in the woods in his little camper and stuff outside.
You know, Unmarked. You know, Unmarked literally only unplugs that cord from his neck for 3 hours a night, just while the batteries are regenerating.
Just when he's working on his ball handling skills.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah. Do you imagine how drunk the commentary?
Oh, that's a good shot. I don't do that.
Those are some tough shots on that guy right there, on that little.
Yeah, this is a very challenging.
Nice shot. Wow.
200. That's a great shot.
Yeah, the way he connected it. You know, that was the. takeaway.
It's a bit of luck for it to just line up just like it did, but you try to kind of wait for it.
But you had to go for it though, right? It's not really luck. It's not like you were like, I'm just gonna hit the ball to the left. You know, you're just.
Oh, that was a great shot by Boztek right there. He just closed that 3 points out.
Boztek. He's not a robot. We're not robots.
I always call him Tech. I know it's Tech.
But you make him sound like a drug addict. Boztek. Like he's sitting there teching and shit, you know, like no. Bam, there you go.
Wow, that was a quick turnaround.
That's over.
All right, we're all right.
That was a really close match.
One more and it's over.
2 matches.
I wonder who wins.
I tell you what, if I had to bet on this, I would not. I would not mark Boztic.
If I used an educated guess, and I kind of
Uzi, don't try to do that. That ruins the fun.
Doesn't ruin anything.
No.
I didn't ruin anything.
All right. We're in match 3.
I'm just if I had to put $1,000 in
top
Vegas,
league contenders.
That's that 275 opener on this board you were talking about.
Oh,
guess what?
That was a great shot.
He perfectly matches me on that. We both got the 275 openers here.
It's almost
not
like
an easy shot, ladies and gentlemen, to
somebody
get
smells
to close 2 of those targets at once. This is actually getting pretty tense.
I think Unmarked smells blood right now. You know,
yeah. Well, like I asked, what are you thinking right now? This is. You have been playing this game. You have probably put in about 5,000 hours to get to this point, Unmarked.
That much.
Well, I'm not exaggerating too much.
What are the exact numbers? Actually, what was the last number you remember?
Well, the numbers inside the your player screen is wrong. It's not accurate, but it lists me as having played 350 hours, and
that's it.
Because that's only actual, it's not waiting time. That's just actual playing
only
time.
Actual in-game time, and there's no way. There's no way that's right. It's absolutely more than that. It's not counting something. I don't know what the mistake is on the count. So, but at a bare minimum, it's 350 hours of in-game time, which is way too much.
Whatever they're not counting is the same thing that somebody else would not be counted on either, though. So I mean, like if I was to be like, I got 160, it'd be an idea to kind of put a basis of how much time I have to get as good as you. You know what I mean? Like I still only have, I got to double my time in the game, and I have a shot. When I think I'll get my first win off you.
I mean, it is honestly. So I went back and watched matches that I played in like the first tournament that happened back in October.
Was a huge hit.
That's a big hit for Boztic there. Yeah, it was a really good hit. Double up both of those.
I don't think that is the dream with splash damage, and it never happens.
Yeah.
What he just did.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
There's the desperate hit.
The runner.
290. That's a good shot.
290. Yeah. I mean, I was happy with that.
That's a follow-up though. No, it's 140 something. I thought.
140, not huge. Yeah. It was the kind of thing where I'm down by quite a bit, and I'm like, I gotta do something.
It's the Hail Mary. It's the Hail Mary.
Yeah, it's a gamble.
Call it.
305 though.
That was a great shot, and that's the big shot in this one for sure. That'd be hard to come back from that, but you got 2 more
that ball around to give himself some more time. And there's Mark just pulling the ball back. Maybe a little throw out. That's about all we got.
This is a tough screen. This is a tough screen because you always want to close stuff, and it's very hard. Oh, that was a great shot.
Just run it sideways. Same thing.
I don't make that shot very often. Yeah, it's a tough one.
It's a great shot.
You're in some trouble right now, though. You both down 100 still.
Yeah, I've been coming back in this one, but yeah, Boztic has had a pretty commanding lead throughout. And this board of all the last boards of all the last waves in the game.
There's no big
really
point.
Tough to make any advances.
Frustrating. Yeah, it's hard to come back from this.
And again, so because I'm down so much, I decided to go for the hyper speed and it messes me up here. But
you just missed closing out that one shot.
Yeah, but you have to try to mix it up if you're down by as much as I was.
And nobody wants to go for the snake on this.
Yeah, not at first, for sure. There's just no way to clear it. I mean, it's
right.
very end.
You could end up giving the points away.
Right, all you end up doing is making it easier for the next player to close it and get the big points on it. So
at this point, yeah.
Oh, that's a very good shot, though.
It's over at this point. There's not enough points there for me to come back, no matter what happens. So
this is normally where I quit the game. I quit the game, or
it out just for good.
Cry in the corner.
Set finished.
After you say go and cry in the corner.
Yeah, well, when I get to that point, I normally just quit the game with Mark. I just end up just leaving. It's like fuck it. Especially in a lot of the times, he'll go. Wait. He'll go to hit it up against the wall. You know, like he'll try to finish it out. Because I'll be like, just get it over with. And he'll it'll hit that one thing, then the wall, and he'll be like, no, man, I'm not trying to all of a sudden you can't hit two targets. You know, it's like the most frustrating thing in the world.
Together to end it. Yeah, that has happened a few times.
I hate to say this, but I am rooting for Bostic to at least win one of our matches here. So he's up by 1. Unmarked, I love you, but I want to see more competition.
I understand.
Well,
yeah, that's the move there, is going for that center target. For anybody who's new, looking for strategies, you want to split that so you can't pick up a piece of the next one.
Yeah, it's always good to catch the middle one first. But obviously, catch as much points until you can't make over that 100 points from the blues. Then you keep shooting the blues.
Yeah, the blues are where the big points are at first on that board.
Most all beginners miss that they don't understand. You gotta close a target and take as many blues with you as you can.
You know, what I try to do is anytime I bump into new players, he's gonna bam, hits it, watch, comes back, boom.
Didn't quite get it high enough. Trying to get both of those. It is possible.
Yeah, that's a nice shot when that happens.
It's tough getting it up there sometimes.
Yeah, sure thing.
And handling your ball at the same time.
Hey, drink.
So many to keep track of. So Bostic, he went for the pluses there to mess me up, to waste my splash damage, but I adopted his.
Yeah, you just throw the ball.
It's a beautiful strategy that Bostic, he came up with it, to just, if you have a splash damage, you don't want to waste it, so you can just do that little toss it over to the side. And I had been practicing that shot a bunch before this tournament, especially because I knew I was going to need to adapt to some of Bostic's really great strategies on that. Had to perfect that.
Everybody's got different views and opinions on holding and wasting. Yeah, man, I'm not going to touch in on that today. Keep the video PG, I think.
I mean, it's a fair point, and like Bostic and I we laid out what would be acceptable kinds of shots to take, and what he did there was perfectly within the rules that Bostic and I set out. There was it was perfectly fine.
You mean he talked to you? I never get it. I can't get him to talk to me. I get a couple grunts here and there. He's a machine when I play him.
We were chatting a bunch up in the lead up to this these matches. Yeah.
I'll tell you something. I like the guy. I like the guy actually. I've got no issues with that. We've definitely bumped heads. I've definitely gotten.
Who haven't you bumped heads with though?
There's quite a few people I haven't. I mean, I wouldn't even think that I bumped heads with Bendewald. I mean, he may have got butthurt, but that's not my fault.
I might have gotten what?
Butthurt. You may have
butthurt.
Yeah, you needed a fucking.
I've seen that video between the two of you. I think you're right. I think he was. Yeah, he was. He did feel a little violated after that.
No, not even that one specifically. There's, that was partial misunderstanding. I thought he was blowing fucking totally not even talking to me and shit. I was almost. Yeah.
Oh,
and I'm like,
Bostic has got a commanding lead here.
Yeah,
we're getting. So this would have to take. Oh! All right.
I'm gonna have to go with my logic.
That was exciting. That was exciting and not easy to do. Oh!
So close. He was so close. Perfectly matching even. Wait, I'm still in a bad position though. Being down by 250 at this point, it's still. Bostic has to make another mistake. And then I make that mistake.
Wow. Yeah. That he's getting excited now. And that's very hard at this moment to just stay calm. There you go. Nice.
Good.
Bostic
I
got that.
I go for the plus here, but I think at this point it's just academic.
Yeah, and you do that. You do that really well. Well, you got it. You got to go for that. That was exciting, though. That's this game can turn around. If you're playing a really good player, you make one mistake, and that other player just nails it. You can lose a big lead.
Set finished.
Oh yeah, you can turn around really fast. Scores more than others. So yeah, Bostic takes that match there in straight sets.
Defeat.
So we are on to our fourth. That is finally.
Yeah, this possible game, could possibly be it right here, couldn't it?
Could be. I mean, if I won the last match, it also would have been the tournament match.
Possible,
yeah. So if Unmarked wins this, he wins. We need two more matches won by
Boz.
Yeah.
Boz.
We don't have to call Boz Tech.
Boz Tech. Yeah. So this board right here, it always comes down to the pluses. If you can hit that perfect shot all the way across like that. 175.
I
did that twice here, and it's really tough. So by getting that shot twice, it's going to force Bostic to finish this set. And in doing so, I get the big first shot on the next wave.
So 340, something like that, or whatever, 325.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a given, but it's like a decent 300+ point shot. We'll see. Who knows? I'll probably mess it up.
As long as you get into the
this is a big one. You do not want to miss this.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, 350.
I like over. We should have had you doing the sound effects all along, Uzi.
Ding,
ding, did it.
Bing, bing, we got audio now, man. We got audio because you couldn't handle just watching it without the fucking ball going pop, pop, pop.
The ding, did a ding, did a ding.
No, but at the same time, like, you didn't hear that in your head without the sound? Like, I can sit here and watch this, and I don't need to hear this wall.
I would love to have you do it for the rest of the week.
Once we're done recording this, I think let's have you record a sound effect soundtrack.
Yeah, just like the actual match. Yeah, I'll do the next 10 rounds.
Yeah. You'll do
the next 10 rounds.
Sound effect generator.
Ting, 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 ting. Yeah.
And
dance, monkey, dance. Like, oh, no problem, boys. I'm on it.
So yeah, Uzi,
what's going on?
Another one of those. This is another moment. Yeah, we were showboating, not showboating, but we were having a discussion.
Oh,
because Bostic really did not want to give me that shot. So we hesitated a second. Yeah.
Wow, that was a big pointer. How many times? Who has the first shot here? Oh,
Bostic has first shot.
Bostic has it. How many times do you think you can close out that split side?
Yeah, I would say to get both. It's like maybe 5% of the time. I don't know. It's
like 1 out of 30. I'll hit that.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it's a really tough shot.
Yeah, you just gotta skim it right in between. It's not a super hard shot. It's hard to be consistent with it.
I find it's actually not that hard of a shot if somebody gives you the choice for second shot over there. But because on the first shot you can't really choose the angle you're approaching it from, it's a much harder shot.
Well, unless you ball handle.
But you can't ball handle on the first shot. That's my point. If that's the opener, if that's the opener of the game, you don't have that option.
Are we still talking about Racket?
But normally, first shot, most people, unless you're in the top 5%, they're gonna go for that big back wall shot first.
That's true.
So and then you can ball handle.
The top 10, 20 in the game. You're right. They'll go for the big point. I always used to go for the big points too.
Dude, I still do. Because that's the chance I have of hitting that better than I have of slitting out with the two of them.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Normally, I'll clear one of the wall. Like if it works out, and I actually do manage to get it through that, I manage to clear the one target, and then probably get all the blues in the middle, or totally screw it up and just get blues.
Bostic just did an amazing. I mean, he came so close to clearing 2 targets with his splash damage there.
I saw that. That was.
It was a really good attempt. He just missed it, but it was impressive.
That was a good shot too.
So now Bostic he's doing his special move, and he actually
his little float, little float hit.
Just saving it, yeah.
The splash damage is super valuable on this next one, so it makes sense. But twice in a row he misses that, and that's 150 points he just gave me.
See if he makes it. Oh, and then he
missed. Well, 225 is not bad, but he's still.
It's really not bad at all.
That could have been a 3-something easily. I mean, there's a 300 shot. He should have picked up that 300 plus.
Well, it all depends on if you run it around the side like that. You gotta, because even then he didn't clear that one either.
If you go straight on some of those, it'll just bounce back and forth, and you won't clear it. You need to kind of get that roller, try to get it around the edge.
Do around the rim.
That's just
we call it a rim job here, actually.
Oh, that must be some Canadian. Is that a Canadian slang I'm not familiar with? Yeah.
Oh, did you just go down the hole? Oh man, this is a bit of
going down the hole with a rim.
Okay, God.
Why do you guys have to bring it that far? You know what I mean? Like we could have just left it, a little rim job.
We were. You know what? Another hole.
A hole in one! No, not the wrong hole. No.
Truthfully, seeing the two top players hit it down that, what do you call it, the black hole, that is unusual.
The portals. Yeah.
We call it the back door.
That's a really good shot by. Wait, it was.
That was a great shot. That was a great shot.
Power up and then clear both those.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you feel like a bit of? Wait a minute. Wouldn't you feel like a bit of an ass if you were like, that was a really good shot? That was. Oh, yeah, no, it was me. Never mind.
Yeah.
Who was it again?
Oh, good shot. Good shot. Yeah. Well, he's allowed to say it. By the way.
Oh yeah, you know what I mean.
When you play Unmarked, you hear him. He does comment on himself all the time.
That was a very, very poor shot I just did there. And then Bozdich, he would have gotten both of those if that had still been there.
Yeah, Boz needs to hope you
don't. That shot right there was something I actually was working on just like an hour before this match. I was really trying to perfect the different shots on that little section over there.
Were you working on it by just playing somebody else in?
Playing somebody else, but also I had recorded some matches, and then so I sat down and looked at the images of that particular set. And I actually got a little I got pencil and paper and kind of worked out the way I thought the best angle was to take on that shot.
That was a big miss by Bozdich. Oh, or did he get it?
Round 2 complete.
What just happened in that last shot right there? I thought that was him shooting. I missed it.
No. I missed the big 275 point target on that.
You missed it.
I shot at it. I missed it, and then Bozdich
closed it out. Got it. Okay.
It's a huge turnaround. It's you can't miss that shot. You can't miss that, and I did. So that's flat out. That's why I lost that set. Definitely I had a decent shot at it if I'd have hit it.
Normally it's when you don't hit it. Yeah. Let's see here.
We're in the final round of the fourth game here. So yeah, this is a lot of high tension time coming up right now.
Right. If Bozdich wins it, we have another match. If you win it, it's it. So this is a pretty tense game right here.
Yeah.
And right now, Unmarked has the lead.
Boozy, what are you doing? Oh man, you're cheating. Yeah.
I'm not cheating anything. Just sitting here watching the match, trying to enjoy. Okay. I got $1,000 on my bet though.
That's a big miss for Bozdich right there.
Yeah.
Oh, boom!
Oh
boom.
Man!
That's it. That's all.
25 in there, and I did. That was.
So that's the that's it, eh?
That is it.
The undisputed.
And out of what can we replay those last couple shots? That all of a sudden from such a tight match to. It felt like it was like 3 shots and the game was over.
It did happen really quick at the end there, yeah.
It was a quick ending.
What?
Yeah.
What happened there? Let's just analyze that for a second.
That's too far back. Oh, this is where it starts here again. We can just do. If you want to redo the commentary here, we can. I don't know.
Yeah, let's redo the commentary.
All right. So yeah, this is the third third round here in this game. So this is a big one.
Some nice clean shots, left to right, standard.
Yeah, is it perfect normal shots?
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, it's a pretty obligatory screen, right? There's not a lot of fancy stuff you can do. You just don't want to mess up.
Just got to clear the whole target.
Excellent.
See here.
There are some screens.
So yeah, but no mistakes here yet. That okay, and I got lucky there on that shot, honestly. But yeah, still no mistake.
Why would you leave that? Why wouldn't you go for that 200 points on that side first?
Well, I like the first shot I took was also a 200-point shot, and I feel more comfortable with that shot. The one that I almost
200.
Yeah, the one that I almost missed there is a harder shot to me.
This is a big pointer right here. Oh, and now we have a target that just came out.
So Bostic, I mean, he missed.
That's a big.
The jackpot there.
Boom! Hit the net. Ding 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 ding. And pissed. And pissed. You know, boss, Lloyd, you see, you should have just looked at him. You should have looked at him for a moment.
Victory.
Wow.
I gave it to him, but yeah.
Wow. What
and
a
it's
series.
over.
Wow, I can't believe we just watched that whole thing. That was hats off to both of you guys. It was well fought.
Yeah, it was quite. It was a great match. I mean, every time Bostic and I play, it really is so close. So those were some crazy, tense, close, lots of close matches.
Hey, and I want to ask both of you guys, who top players, are league champion, Unmarked, and Boozy, who's been playing, and definitely a great ball fondler, handler. What if you're looking to improve your game? What are some of the things you can do? Where can you go? You know, you watched this, but how do you really improve your game quickly? Unmarked, you want to give us some ideas?
I think really the fastest way to improve is really just get your good ball handling. No, it's really
no, you don't need ball handling.
You need to get the aim down, and the best way to do that is just to practice in all the solo levels and to practice the arcade mode. And you can get surprising accuracy if you just work on it and practice on it. It's surprising how quickly it can improve.
And Boozy, what would you say?
What I say? Well, I kind of go with the same thing. I mean, I suggest going into the arcade and trying to go as far as you can in that, and then what happens is you get well warmed up for your shots, and then you start going into solo stages, and you find out that you can pass them a couple, a bit more because you're building upon that. You're already kind of warmed up, you're not just sitting there slamming the ball into the corners and hoping to God it all works out. You actually start thinking about your shots.
Absolutely.
What do you think? What do you think, Bedewald? What do you think? How would you? What would you tell Bendewald that just started playing yesterday? Like, what would you say to him?
Baby Bendewald.
Baby Bendewald.
BB. Go ahead.
I would back both of you up for sure. And then the thing that I've really done more than anything is I watch you guys. I watch the players that are much better than me. When I play, I ask you questions.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And I watch what you do, and I try to emulate and mimic those shots. And I got to say, literally, both of you guys are two of the most generous players I've ever played. Anytime I've asked a question, you've given me tips. You're gentlemen and are truly fun to play with, and that's what makes Racket such a good sport.
I will say I was really, I was so happy to win this tournament, but I still remember the first time, like a year ago, I beat Bostic. I mean, when I started playing this game, he was by far the master of this game, and I still remember, so I would just watch the shots he took and copy them, and but eventually I was able to beat him for the very first time, and I think that probably was one of the greatest video game moments of my life. I mean, it was incredible. It really was.
I want to thank everybody for watching and listening. We want to thank the League of International VR Esports, Hamza, and our hosts today. Our winner, our league champion, Unmarked, and Boozy. I'm Bendewald. We'll look forward to seeing you guys in the arena for Racket NX. Take care.
All right. Cheers. Yep.